All right, y'all, we're going to go on a little adventure today. We're coming through a foreclosed home here in Shenandoah. This is got an auction coming up, and I think they're asking like 77 for this. And so I thought it'd be kind of fun to bring you guys along with me, and we will discover this house together, and you'll get my first impressions and commentary as we're walking through it. The first thing I'm going to tell you is that it does smell like mold. So now it's about where is it? So I'm going to flip the camera around and let's walk around this house. This is the front doors coming to the living room. This place smells like mold and mildew. Looks like it has not been touched in probably a year. Definitely stuck in 1980. Someone check out this thing. I don't think I've seen stone big in a house in forever. And that's real too. How about that? Wet bar. Lost art in homes. Got your skylights here. I didn't take pictures on the outside, but the entire roof is covered in a black tarp, which does not give me any great confidence on the roof. Coming to the kitchen. Let's see what's going on here. Dead bugs everywhere. There's no power, so I can't turn any of the lights on. Look, they got that stone stuff here too. They got the old Ubatuba granite. Let's see, we got a sign-in sheet. Check it out. It says it looks like it hasn't been a year since someone's been here. That's when the first person was in here from the servicing company. Definitely interesting layout. A giant hood. What is it? Whenever you come through a foreclosed house and it smells like this, you always wonder if there's a critter lurking around every door frame. Wash it. And the half bath over here. Can't really see anything. Looks like pegboard that you see inside of a shed. You want to know what all that is on the floor. Got a closet here. That dining room again. Again, if there was light in this wet bar, man, we need to bring back wet bars. Hashtag make wet bars great again. This is South Louisiana. Even if you don't drink alcohol, it's just a great thing to have for extra drinks and, waters and stuff for your guests. One thing I did, went around the back of the house, and there is literally no backyard. It is a cliff right off the backyard. The neighbor has grass. This neighbor has grass that goes out, but this house is at the end of the cliff where the creek, I guess, washes up. This is where the flood area would be. The water raises up here. This property is near St. Michael High School, so there is that creek that runs back there. So let's see. This is the living room. Oh, we have a balcony. Oh, that looks wonderful. Can't wait to check that out. Stairs. Broken there. And before we go upstairs, there's a room over here. Rooms. Oh, wait, we got. Oh, this one smells like awful. Ugh. Oh, definitely had animals in this one. There's a room that looks like they opened to another room. Sometimes I love going to these houses because every room is painted a different color and none of them have any sort of continuity. And what you heard was me stepping on a laminate floor that they never heard that you're supposed to leave a gap underneath the edges here so the wood can, flex with the heat and cooling. There's a fireplace in this room. What the? Oh, there's mold. Awesome. More mold. I was right. Mold. Oh, look, they opened something up underneath the tub over there. But there's a fireplace. This is supposed to be, I think, the master suite. And this is supposed to be like a sitting room, I guess, to the master suite, but you can enter it from the hallway. What a bizarre floor plan. And this looks like it was built this way. Like it wasn't meant. Like it was meant to be that way. So you can enter the bedroom here from the hallway. There's that's a linen closet, right? So we got a linen closet here. Let's see. Well, they were putting something down here that they never quite finished the floor last year, but you got this stone thing here for the fireplace, and then they have cultured marble like you see on a tub surround. They made some decent cuts. They use that thing you see on the infomercials, how to cut around stone. We got actual marble tile. This is probably the best floor in the house right here. Sweet, check this out. Double, I got a toilet, a bidet. Ooh, an echo. We got some vaulted ceilings up in here. And you got your jetted tub. The amount of Clorox in the world is going to get me. Oh my God, it says a shower. It's got a double-headed. Okay, this is weird. That's weirder than the hot tub that was in my house. I'm not going to lie. Let's see here. Check out this wallpaper. Yes. Clamshell sinks. The mirrors are meant for short people. Decent sized closet. Again, it's dark, so you can't really see anything. Another closet here. Very claustrophobic. There you go. We got some bubbling over there. Although they had some ceiling issues. Maybe that's one of the reasons why the roof has a giant black tarp all over it. Well, look, they left the soap. All right. And we've only seen, that's only the first floor. What a bizarre floor plan. Come back through the, quote, sitting area or other bedroom. Very weird. There's a bathroom over here, but can't really see, but it has a strange wallpaper. Don't bother with that. On these tours, you do with what you got. I mean, we don't have power, so we have to deal with that. So let's see how upstairs is. Nasty old carpeted stairs. This white stuff you see here is the popcorn ceiling that's just falling from the humidity and not having any power or air running through this house for probably at least a year. Oh my God, it's so much hotter up here. All right, we got a room up here with another couple of steps. Whoa. Wasps. What the? There is a sliding door here. I saw this from the outside. I saw this plank. I thought they were covering siding. There was an upper deck here. Oh my goodness. That's dangery. A cool little nook over here. Wow, so weird. More of the ceiling coming off there. Whew. It is hot up here. And here is that loft area. So I guess it's game rooms. Kids want to be loud. They can be loud upstairs and still hear them downstairs. Because this is here. I dare try to see how sturdy this is. Actually, it's pretty sturdy. My goodness. It's still, even though it's open, it feels still like claustrophobic. Like, I don't know what you would do up here to separate any noise you make up here from downstairs if you're trying to create that. I would close that in and just make this a room. I guess back in the 70s, people didn't mind if they had all the sounds as long as they were separated. That was a attic. But this is bizarre and dangerous. Even if it was intact, I don't think I'd want to stand on it based on what I saw outside. All right. I'm going to come downstairs. Now 85 degrees feels great. We'll finish off with the stone here. And we'll wrap this up. Thank you for taking this tour of this foreclosure with me today. Sometimes you got to come through these, because the pictures may not be as good as they can be. So you have to walk through it. But man, this is one of those where the pictures look like, not that bad. And then you come through it like I just did. And you got my honest reaction as I was walking through the house. So for this one being on auction for $177,000, and that's not even the reserve price, they are out of their mind. That bank is out of their mind. So I was thinking I was going to be making a bid today for a client, but I can tell, hold up, this is not worth what they think the reserve price should be on this. So, especially when you got a cliff right out here and there's no backyard and you'd have to rebuild this deck and take out that, what is it, that sliding glass door? They're nuts. They're out of their mind. So anyway, thank you for following me on this and catch me on the next time for, what do we call this? Foreclosure adventures. So on the next foreclosure, we'll have an adventure and walk through it again together. Talk to you guys later.